Hello everyone and welcome to yet another Twister tournament stream. Well, I say another, this is actually only the second of this season, but all the same, there will be plenty more, so eventually that saying will hold. Today I'm streaming the second Ascent Tournament for you guys that is happening tonight. I'll be following R2K and we will hopefully get some very epic matches. I'm quite looking forward to the games, especially after yesterday. Yesterday the games were great fun, and I have no reason to doubt that today will be any different. So I'm going to give you the game sounds. I'm going to take away the preview. This is the matchup that we start with today, R2K versus GOM76. I have no idea what they are, but apparently they like the E3, so I expect that we will be seeing some of that. In the meantime, I am waiting for YouTube to basically catch up. We don't have a room invite yet. So basically we're just going to admire my pretty little evil monster thing here. And I can actually take you over the groups and let you see what else is happening today. We did have actually 71 teams, so that's like 15 teams more, I think. 15, something thereabouts. Then yesterday we see that some people have been grouped together again, like First and R2K for instance here. This is quite a nice group. We also have Win here and Phoenix and Tercios Españoles. We have FBI that did quite well yesterday. Nice, Imor, Spot did a fun thing yesterday. They trapped R2K on Genesis Pro, which was quite cool to see. But they're in a group now with Raid, so that might not bode well for them. The other Tercios Españoles group is here as well. Then we have APA, Karna, of course. We have Pink, we have EQ, WW, and another Shot. And I think this is the Shot that we actually saw yesterday. Shot has 2 teams. We see some Kraken, Souls, and EG. EG is basically Eros. So that's definitely one to watch for as well. Another Immor, a BHPP. Quite a few clans with multiple teams that won't be able to all go to the professionals tournament. In the meantime, I am waiting for OBS basically and YouTube to start communicating together. They don't always do this very fast, so in the meantime I can just open my last free container here. I always take a little bit of time to prepare and just let the game be the game. You can admire the Twister Cup. And you can admire like the Raid logo, the R2K logo, the spades that is there, don't know why, but okay. Overall, I quite like the Twister themed garage, to be honest. It is a fun garage. And right now I'm just hoping that everything will go smoothly. The reason is that I'm always starting like 5 minutes extra early, even though there's a 5-minute delay, is because of the fact that I want to just be able to start YouTube and then start focusing on the game stuff, so then I don't need to worry about all of that when I'm streaming. And it would be very annoying to have to do that when the room invite is up or when you're in the middle of gameplay, because then you would miss out on gameplay really, because then I would be late with activating the stream and all of that. So I'm trying to avoid that. And I'm just waiting for YouTube to catch up now, which will happen in like a few seconds for me, a little bit longer for you because of the delay and all of that. It's a bit annoying to have to do this, but if it works, it works, and I'd rather follow the sure way basically. I know that there's apparently another way to do this. I've not yet used it and I don't want to risk using it and not making it work. So, waiting for YouTube. Here we go. We are live. You are hearing this in like 5 minutes, but okay. So then I can actually start watching the YouTube chat. I always pause the stream for myself, but I have the chat in the screen so that I can actually follow what is being said and react a little bit, even though it will be like ages later before I actually just react. I'm also getting my camera commands ready. And I'm expecting a room invite in like half a minute. I'm streaming, by the way, from my press account. This is not my real account. I wish I had this much gold, but I really don't. In the meantime, I fear I might be crashing stuff, because I tried to open a text file and it didn't like it. But we seem to be holding on somehow. Even though it opened the file twice now for some weird reason. Hey Cassio. Hey Bandit. Just going to move my green screen a little bit. And now we just wait for the room in the fight. There we go. The official stream is paused, so then I can, there we go, room invite. And this is what I love the most, just be ready when stuff happens. So, we are going to be looking at RTK versus GOM 76. And I wonder if they're going to be driving a lot of E3s, that would be funny actually. In the meantime, we are starting on Rockfield and I fixed my map stuff. So I can actually show you that Rockfield looks like this. You have 3 bases. And you have base A, which is considered the heavy base. Base C, that is considered the mat base. Base B, that is the go here to die place. But if you can cap it early, it can be very cheeky and you can do really, really well. Because it's supremacy, it's all about base dominance, if not base capture. And personally, I prefer the A side in supremacy because I feel it's easier to dominate the bases from there because you have to go either around or over the top when you're on the C side to dominate the other bases. It can work, but the likelihood that you get spotted and then blown to smithereens is quite high. So I try not to do that. So that is Rockfield, that's the map that we start on. It's a best of 3 thing, so we have Rockfield, and then if we have a tiebreaker we go to Faust. But we start off with Rockfield, so that's the map that I'm showing you right now. I'm going to take it away, and we can just see the training room here. I am readied up, so that's all fine. We see RTK completely present, even though they haven't really decided yet what to drive, or at least they haven't readied up yet. And on the other side we see 2 lonely guys from GOM. Oh, there's 3 now. Looking good. We need at least 5 before the battle actually begins, so they have 3 minutes to get at least 2 more people. So, now we just have 2-8. I don't really have all that much to talk about before the matches even start. But I am looking forward to the rest of the Twisted season. I love doing the tournaments, I love doing the streams. I love having a front row seat to everything that happens, because that's basically what this is. And then I get to talk away about all kinds of stuff, and you guys listen. I don't understand why, but you do. And otherwise you're just watching, that's fine as well. On the other side we see no E3 sets, so the team name is a bit iffy there. But they have 2 T57 heavies and 1 AMX 50B, that's a lot of autoloaders. And on the other side we see that the RTK is almost completely ready, only Specie has not readied up yet. I still need to know whether that's Spacey or Specie. I don't know. And we have 2 minutes to get 2 more opponents. I do hope they show up. This is the risk of registrations in tournaments like this. They are all there. And RTK is still switching tanks around a little bit. But we now see a Batchat, a 268, a 215B, a Yege, a Foch, a 4202, and a 121. And there's a 4th player on the other side arriving in yet another autoloader. And we have 1 minute and a half to get at least 1 more, and the guy that just entered has to ready up. Otherwise, we will not have a match. But if every minute someone arrives, eventually we will have a match. So I'm curious how this will go. Maybe at the last minute the rest will pop in, but I have a feeling that might not be the case. It would be quite sad though if they don't get a full, if they don't get even a starting team, not even a full team, but not even a starting team. But there's 4 now. They have 1 more minute. RTK is like rearing to go. With some big guns there. Oh, one of them left. Oh my god. Oh no, he's back. Thank goodness. We need 1 more. Oh lord. This is like, yeah, intense stuff this. I have a feeling that RTK will be credited a technical win. Because unless in 20 seconds something suddenly changes, that is what is going to happen, because we don't have enough players to actually start the battle. Here we go, we have the countdown clock. We have 4 people versus 7, and you need a minimum of 5, I believe. And back to the garage. There you go. A technical win for RTK. This is like the easiest and fastest match I have ever seen. And if this doesn't help, then we have some nice replays for you guys. No party without me wants to have the party started without him. RTK is now derping around a little bit. Mainly wanting to show that you can move from the middle to the side and back again. But I'm not sure the other team understands that. One minute and 17 seconds left to go. And I wonder if GOM will have a full team. I wonder if they even have half a team. Let's have a quick look actually. Charts. What did they register with? GOM. GOM does have a near full team. A not very hopeful team, but a near full team. One of them left now. So they need 2 more to start this game. There's one. There's ES again. He keeps coming back. Have to give him credit for that. And then we just like wait for a 5th person. Maybe this is what I think Spades is actually trying to just get on the other side to help them so that they can start the game. But I have a feeling that that's not working. I don't think that's allowed. I'm not sure why, but I don't think he can just play for the other team. Okay, 7 seconds left to go. Guys, you have to be in there. There you go. And another technical win for RTK. And that's the first match over. This was like completely epic. I've never seen a match of this scale before. And I mean that in my best possible sarcasm. I wonder how many people this happened to. It is strongest versus weakest. So I'm just going to see what has happened. Let's see. Who do we decide here? Let's go for Kraken. They're probably fighting actually. I think everyone else is fighting. I wonder who has a technical win aside from RTK. Because it kinda has to happen. Let's go look at Carnage. They don't have an opponent yet. They're starting in half an hour. So and I think we had EG here. No, not here. There's EG. Let's see what EG is doing. They don't have an opponent yet either. So technically RTK was supposed to have an opponent, but they didn't. So that means that I'm going to be entertaining you for a little bit with some replays. And I'm going to start you off with a replay of a tank that I quite enjoy. It is an evil tank. But it's a fun tank. So I'm going to call up that, just closing a few windows so that it's not as cluttered as before. And let's start with this. 2 of my clan mates. Very nice people. Otherwise they wouldn't be in my clan. Into golden tanks. It fits the whole gold noob association thing. And look at them being pretty. They don't have the necessary camo though. Why don't you have the Tomahawk, Nuno? Nuno, you're supposed to have the Tomahawk camouflage. Because that looks so cool. That's mainly the reason that I got the tank. It looks so nice with the legendary camo. In the meantime, he's looking left and right, but not really doing anything. It's not supremacy, so they can be anywhere. There you go, there's a little AMX. The little AMX that could. The little AMX that got wrecked. And there's a T-43 that is alongside him. And I wonder if Paul is going to get the kill or going to get the damage. No, he's going for the kill. Nice little bounce. Borsig arriving. Ooh, that poor challenger. And Paul's like, yeah, just stay here. And take a little shot. Both teams now having lost the gun. Ooh, nice wiggling by the T-43. That's actually quite funny. He's actually using the near corpse to side scrape, which is quite fun. Now he has a corpse. Corpses are really good things. He has lost a lot of teammates though. Nice little bounce on the one side. Not so much on that side, but he does pack a wallop into the Borsig here. Nuno just killed the Borsig. There you go. Nice little bounce. This tank is so troll. That's one of the things that I love about it. It also makes it a little bit hard to drive because not only is the tank troll as in U-bound slot, it's also very troll as in stuff. Oh, it was another Borsig that he killed. Okay. It's also very troll on the gun. Yeah, speak up a little bit more. There you go, nice shot. Just has to be careful where that Borsig is. You don't want to get shot by the Borsig. You don't want to get shot by the Borsig. You don't want to get shot by the Borsig. There you go, now you can't get shot by the Borsig. Now he just has to angle a lot. He can potentially win this, he just has to make sure that he kills the Canervan first. Which he does. And it would help if he fixes stuff. And then just goes and angles himself a little bit. Wiggling and all of that. Nice little bounce. Löwe wants to pull back. Paul is fine with that. Ooh, that does hurt though. Fix your rack, Paul. There you go. Use your adrenaline, Paul. He's not listening. In the meantime, I see RTK arrive on the stream saying fake tournaments. Yeah, this is all your fault. If you had actually been playing and was like helping the other team as well, you'd have actually been giving me some gameplays instead of having me play replays. But that was a nice, evil little game. Pool's medal, steel wall, Kolobanov, high caliber, top gun of course, and a nice little ace. He got a bit lucky there. But it was a great game. So, let's see what else I have for you. I have an RTK replay. So I'm going to play that. Let's see. Here we are. This is like one of those examples that is supposed to prove that the tank isn't broken. And I'm fairly certain that we'll do just the opposite. They were tuning the other day and I was tuning with Blue Steel and we met them quite a lot. And this is like, on one side you like meeting them And on the other side, you're like, please, just be green. Wow! There are some special people. So we have a Force that is in the Supremacy match on Port Bay. Using the autoloader, of course. Let's see if he can get a nice little shot in here. Ooh, nope. Denied. But he does get spotted. And now he has to be a little bit careful. Nice! That went in. Base A is being capped, which means that the enemy will have an advantage. And he's constantly looking around him. And now he's just like, yeah, let's be a little bit forwards. Let's have a juicy grill for dinner. That shot though. It's like so naive, this tank. There you go. Nice little bounce at that. Leo coming up now. Grill peeking over. Nice little bounces. And he's almost reloaded again. His Batchat is not really happy. And that is the end of... Nice bounce. That was the end of the grill. And the end of the Object 140. And with an autoloader, this tank is so not OP. I don't know why ever would people think that. It's not like it's very strong with a very good reload and very big DPM right now. Nothing like that. Because now he just has to reload again. And then he can murder the FV. And there you go. And now he just has to reload again. There's 3 tanks left. Okay, there's 2 tanks left. And he's almost reloaded again. They need the bases though. They kind of just need to start capping. Would be nice if he ammo racked this guy. Nope, but he does have a nice bit of damage there. And another bouncy. He can deliver back and he does... Okay, that actually hurt a lot. And that missed, so that helps. I don't understand why he's looking at himself though, because at this point there's only enemies in front of you, so why look back? So he's just capping the base. And then he needs to find a position where he can make it work. Oof. Shots fired, shots heard. There goes the grill. Indigo does not agree. That was a very good call. By the T-62A doing that, it meant that the T-57 Heavy is now out of the way. Mitsu just quoted me. Yeah, it's a very tricky quote, I know. But they're perfect for Blitz. No, you stole his Ratley. I don't think he was aware of that, but you stole his Ratley. But what an ace. 7.7k damage, that is wicked. 1700 clean base XP. That is how you do it, ladies and gentlemen. That is also proof that this tank is so not broken with this gun. Enemy guy did do good as well, to be honest, with 5.5k. So yeah, we have, let's see, I think the next match is at 32, so that means that we have about 2 replays left. No, probably just the one. Let's see what I have for you. Let's see. This is a tank I haven't appreciated in a while, so I'm going to show you this. It's a tank that was part of my 5th tank line. And it was part of the first tank line that I dared solo in. Because I wasn't good at that stuff. When I started this game, I just always wanted to tune because I recognized that I wasn't that good. And I was still learning. And if you had a teammate, the chances of winning was like double what you would have on your own. And I got the luck that I had some really good teachers early on in the game. Plan. And no nonsense. But this is one of the tanks that I really like. The thing is that with most of the E5 line, I used to love them, but they're just not really that competitive anymore for their tier with the gluttony of tanks that we've gotten since then. Because when I started the game, there weren't all that many lines yet. So this is actually just... it's quite nice to see it again. I should appreciate the old tanks more. And this was, at the time, one of the strongest vehicles in Tier 7. But you do need to take the time to aim and shoot. Shoot him. There you go. Nicely done. You kind of have to be careful though. What is he doing? Okay, so that is the end of that. I'm not going to... I may have just crashed the game, I don't know. I don't condone language like that. I'm not going to show off anything if that is the way you talk to people. It's that simple. So that means that I won't be showing your gameplays again. Oh, we can go to another forgotten tank of mine. Let's have a look-see. This was in one of my earlier tank lines as well, and I quite loved it at the time. But that then too was a lot more competitive then than it is now. I always find it funny. I get replays from people that are so toxic and it's just like, yeah, you can switch off the set. And I'm just like, no. If you want to be like that, I'm not going to promote you in any way. That's just ridiculous. You make a complete fool out of yourself. If you can't even be polite, why should I be nice to you and show off your replays? Ooh, that missed. And I think he was lucky with that because this tank has not really all that much armor. Nice little barely aimed shot. Nice teamwork with the Comet. What? And a lot of exclamation marks. I mean, I would say that it has little air armor. But at the moment, he's bounced quite a few shots. His RU is now in trouble. Nice little miss by the Sioux there. Okay, now he is taking damage. And he's like turning like, what? What are you doing? See, is another way of dealing with it without being toxic about it. It's not that difficult. The heavies are moving in. Nice. It's big in trouble. Don't think I'm supposed to say that like that. I think I'm supposed to say SP1C. This is a spot that works so well for so many tanks. It's such a lovely spot. I quite love it. Ooh, that hurt. And activating his adrenaline for maximum damage. This is at the point where I think he's realized we're gonna win this anyways. I'm just gonna farm it the max that I can, even if I might die trying. And that's, I think, the good way to go, because why not? He's not even shooting down. And there you go. A little bit of a falling turret, not as much as a flying turret. But nearly 3k damage, not bad. Pretty forwards position, quite lucky to be alive actually. Has a nice little scout medal. 5 spotted, nearly 1k spotting damage. Not bad at all. And like I said, it's one of those forgotten tanks, and I wonder, yeah, this is also an A. I like double aces. This is like they were working together, and this is what you get for that. So now we have 10 minutes left. I'm not going to risk another replay, so I'm just going to be chatting with you. Not sure what about though. I think we can talk about the meta that we have, or we can actually look at what opponents we are getting. Because we should know by now. Let's have a look-see. Next up is Phoenix. Not the Phoenix that I was in, a very different Phoenix. Spelled very differently. With, I would say, a reroll in the lead. Let's see if my judgment is correct. You can usually see it by the date. Why can't I see the date? Okay, technically it doesn't have to be a reroll. But I would say yes. But very mixed team. Will be fun to see them. Let's actually see what match they go to. Desert Sands and Dynasty Sprawl. Desert Sands is a funny map. We saw it yesterday as well. It's quite a nice map. Let's see what the others have done. How is First doing? No, First hasn't fought yet. Let's see. I think my game is derping because I just saw RTK in the chart again. Let's see what Loka is doing. Loka also hasn't fought yet, so they're fighting Kraken. And these are knocked out. These are knocked out. This is quite a big round left. What are the female body inspectors doing? And yes, I know I shouldn't call them that, but I can't help it. It's such a funny name. Imor, how are you doing? You have your first match soon as well. Karna, of course, going through. WW is out. Spud is out. So in like 3 minutes the room will be up. So we're gonna wait for that. I'm just gonna admire this OP thing. I'm actually gonna take another thing. I love this thing. Let's take another OP thing actually. I want French, and I want TD, and I want tier 10. I don't think I have the... Oh wait, that's the wrong one. This is the one. No. That's the one that I want. There you go. Nice little speed boost along with it. Don't need to use gold for that. And there we go. We have an equipped Force that is also not OP. So let's go with that into the game. When we get the room invite and all of that. The garage slowly changes. It's actually, I don't like the look of this tank. I don't like the camo. I also don't like the AMX 50B camo, which is similar in a way, I think. It's just not my style of tanks. The French tank that I really love is the Batchat. Because that's just a lovely little monster. And it's still competitive, just not as much as before now that the T22 has been in the stores again. So we are just waiting for the room invite now while we admire the Foch with the autoloader. Well, I'll take a sip of my drink. It's just weird. I don't get the toxicity. Well, in a way, I get it. I understand frustration. But why be rude? I mean, up to a level, I can be nicely rude in the game. And I say nicely rude because mainly I start to use sarcasm. And I like stating the obvious. Like telling people that they're so right. Because if we compare what they did in the battle and what I did in the battle, I must be the one that's the noob. Please teach me, sensei. That kind of stuff. I troll in that way. But I'm not rude. I don't start calling people names. And especially in a situation like that. No one said anything yet. They were just there. They were just not doing what he wanted them to do. And then you start cussing at him. That's like ridiculous. So here we are. We are going to Desert Sands. Desert Sands, one of my... Well, I wouldn't say favorite map because it's definitely not that. But it's a fun map because you have the desert, which has better positioning in my opinion. Then you have the city with the two bases, which can be quite vital. But you also have this little building where if you shoot it, a giant sandworm appears. And I really love that thing. Because it's from a book series that I absolutely adore. So yeah, but all that being said, I'll try to keep the nerd down a little bit tonight. And this is basically the map. You have base A in the desert near the plane and all of that. You can get shots in every which way. You have two camping positions which are at the train tracks on both sides. But yeah, we'll see what they do. It will be fun to see them fight, because then we actually have a tournament match. I've just been requested to see what Navin is doing. So let's have a quick look see there. We have plenty of time. Navin, where are you? There you are, Navin. Navin is about to have their first match versus the Czech Predators. That sounds kind of questionable when you think about it, that name, but okay. So we have Phoenix that has readied up with 4 IS-4s, a 268, a T-22 medium and an E-50M. That is an interesting lineup for this map. Not really that much mobility, more armor and troll armor than anything else really. And that can work in their favor, or it can really work against them. And there we go. Now we just wait for R2K to decide for definite what they're going to drive. And we see 2 STBs, 2 IS-7s, a Foch, an IS-4 and a 215B. Foch is one of the tanks that we see a lot of, and the 215B as well. Because with the new consumable that it has, it can be quite OP. And of course, the autoloader that you just saw in the replay is totally not OP. And now we just wait until we get to go into the battle and see them fight. It's actually, when you think about it, this game is so disturbing because basically you're blowing each other up, but you have crew members because you hear their voices, or at least you hear one voice, but you don't actually ever see anyone. There's no people. The only creatures that you see are birds that circle high above. But at the same time, it probably would be a lot more disturbing if you actually did see people or other things. And of course, we had the dog in the garage this summer, which was very annoying because you could hear it all the time, but you couldn't see it. I did like that garage though. It was quite spacey and all of that. I liked the look of it. So now we just wait for just over a minute more before we have a match and a matchup. Because there's actually 2 whole teams present now, so stuff can happen. People can get blown up. Oh, no, just to explain. He just said, Ahmed wants it, she just buys it. This is my press account. So, anything I have here isn't mine. It's Wargaming's. Technically, everything is always Wargaming's, but this is not my account that I actually play on. I don't have to force on my main account. But this is just the account that I use for streaming and for testing tanks and all of that. Mainly because it's not... People can't find it. You can't look at the stats of this account, and you can't message it. So when you're streaming tournaments, being on this account means that people can't just start messaging you or sending you friend requests and all of that, which is quite helpful. And here we go. First match of, well, technically the third match of today, but the first actual gameplay that we see. That is not a replay, that is. Gassio is a bleeding strawberry. That's kind of disturbing. And let's see what happens. It's the goodest tank, yes. And RTK is focusing primarily on the desert side. Like I said, for me that too has the preferred positioning. We see that Phoenix is also heading on over. So we might see some very, very aggressive gameplay. People are being spotted. We have the IS-4s going towards the middle there. Some shots being fired, no damage being done yet. Zerd might be in a lot of trouble now when those IS-4s push up. And he is taking damage, but the T-22 is slowly, steadily being destroyed. Zerd now having to turn around. Ooh, why is he losing a big chunk of health there? And the E50M is paying dearly for staying back as well. 268 is still... Ooh, that was a nice little bounce. T-22 just got deleted as me moving in to take care of the E50M. There's a 268 behind there that can do some damage, but he's pulled back now that he's been spotted. And thus we see RTK ganging up on a lonely IS-4. And there he goes. And that leaves 3 IS-4s here in the middle. They have lost a little bit of health, but the thing is that Phoenix has lost 3 guns, and that is more effective than singular health points on a single tank. There goes another IS-4. And there goes another IS-4. And that was a very big hit into the IS-4. Another one bites the dust. I should have sung that actually. And another one goes, and another one goes, another one bites the dust. And now we just have one tank left. Who's still alive a little bit. He's actually aiming up. He's not even trying anymore. He's given up. Captain Yamamoto of Kure has given up. Performed a harakiri of sorts. And look at that, that's a 7-0 victory, even though it looked to be losing some tanks in RTK side as well for a little while there. And let's see if we see a difference in lineup now. We definitely see some, because the 268 has been exchanged for an E3, which on this map is not exactly the tank that I would pick, but it can work on all maps, I suppose. We have RTK, both teams are basically ready. There you go. Phoenix has readied up with an STB, an E3, the T22 medium, 3 IS4s and an IS7 this time. And RTK has readied up with an STB, a 215B, 2 113s, a 268, an IS4 and a Batchat. So that's more DPM and more mobility on their side, less armor. And some tanks might be changing, but I don't think so. Maybe ammo loadout or consumables or all of that kind of stuff. And with half a minute left to go, we are ready. Oh, we have another IS4 instead of an STB. So 4 IS4s, an IS7, the T22 medium and the E3. I'm kind of hoping they stay city with this lineup, but I'm not entirely certain. And here we go! See, this is like my favorite French tank. I dislike that they all have like turrets thingy. Yes. Let's see what happens. Oh my god. And we have Zerd and Wise. You trolls. Wise is spotting the IS-7 going into B. I think the IS-7 is going to pay for going into B. Shots being fired. The base is being decapped quite nicely. But they are doing this. We saw this yesterday as well, and it was quite nicely done. Ooh, Batchat took a bit of a hit there. And now they have 2 bases and RTK has none yet, because they haven't capped. But they are like steadily aiding away the health of the enemy, which is also quite useful. Shots happening all over. IS-7 has been deleted. You should have picked another IS-4, guys, honestly. Though the IS-4 is also losing HP. E3 wanting to get shots in. Ooh, Wunderkind taking a lot of hits. Going up there. And we have the 268 and the 215B going after the T22. And one of the IS-4s. There goes the T22. That's a big hit into... Ooh, Gassio and Wunderkind are basically being punished. Georgie now looking at the 268. Ernest is gone. IS-4 is rushing in. 268 has an E3 to contend with now. He does take a hit, but he did more damage. There goes one of the IS-4s. Another one bit the dust. Another one bites the dust. Oh, there goes Yakovlev. How could you let this happen? Base B being kept now. That was a very weird miss. There goes Gassio because of it. But he was the last one to fall on RTK's side. Georgie, or however you pronounce that, died. And thus the match is for RTK. And that was at the end of this matchup. Let's see when the next one is. And do we know against who yet? Probably not. Oh, against Win. That was a very quick victory for Win as well then. Within 8 minutes. Well, we have like half an hour before that actually happens. So let's see what happened with Win then. They won from the Urks. Probably it's Turks. We actually have a little village in the Netherlands that is called Urk. So this is 7 Urks for me, not Turks. Let's see how FBI is doing. No, they're still fighting. Let's find another replay to watch, shall we? Let's see what we have. I'm trying to find the third one. Looks to be the most epic. The third one. We're gonna go with someone posted 4 replays of the same tank. I'm going to go with the third one. Never mind that it's only a tier 3. All tiers have their merits. And it can be fun. Doesn't need to all be die hard. In the meantime, RTK is just like casually watching what I just commented. This is a tank that I believe I still need to ace actually. The Kenny, as in the normal one, not the completely broken one. I would say this is the Lenny. Lenny is like the slightly special brother of Kenny, who is like completely awesome. Let's see what he does. And considering this tank is not broken, what I saw as a damage result from this is pretty epic for tier 3. So I want to know. Like randomly firing into the bushes. You're not spotted. You can stay behind the bush and just shoot more. I like the idea of just peeking back. But you don't have to. He's also choosing the harder targets to shoot. Which is also something that you really don't have to. Shoot the easy targets first. Now he has been spotted. Now it makes sense to hide. He's not even looking in sniper mode anymore just to kill the guy. Chihe? Chiha? There you go. This is kind of qualifying as camping, isn't it? This is like, I would have changed position by now to find another target, because this is basically eating up your hit ratio. Ooh, there's another one. The Chihei is there still. Well, they're all there technically, but yeah. Doing a nice little bit of damage. And the A20 peeking out. Now you kind of have to move though, because they're all moving away from you. Don't even try. Don't do this. Don't fire blind shots when you know that they're no longer there. And he's still there. There you go, now you're moving. Nice little trick shot there. Why aren't you reloading your clip? You're driving, you can reload the clip. Easy. I kinda need to give this tank another chance. His teammate's not gonna survive this for long. Oh, actually he might. Kaboom. This is why being in sniper mode can be very useful, actually. Because it will make you aim more. And not waste shots. Now you just need to find a good position for yourself to basically hold down in. Nice little bounce. That is by far your biggest threat, yeah. This, despite the target that is shooting you, is a good call. You're just taking a lot of risk when you don't need to, though. I think the first thing I'm going to do after this whole stream is message you about the fact that you can reload the clip in the meantime. That you don't have to wait. There goes the turret. There you go. No, you do know it, so that's not it. Never... Oof. Never ram a tank that is so much heavier than yours. There we go. Well, he won. There are a lot of lessons to be learned from this match. But all the same, he got some really nice damage. And got carried. Let's see, what else have we got? Let's go for this one then. Slowly moving up the tiers a little bit. Not all that much though. Stuck Life didn't choose me. No, actually, I didn't choose Stuck Life. Stuck Life chose me. I think that's the one. This is a tank. This was my first tier 5 ever. And I remember this is also the first tank that I ever got a Kolobenov in. And the way I did that is not something I'm proud of, but it makes me laugh. Because at the time, it was my first tier 5. I had no idea what I was doing in general. I was quite a bit of an epic noob, and I was capping the base while my teammates were getting slaughtered. And I got my first Kolobenov thinking that it was the most epic medal that I could ever get by capping the base and hitting 100 points like 5 seconds after my last teammate died. Technically speaking, it was like a 1v5, so yeah, I'm very, very proud. Now he's behind the building, you can't shoot him. You can actually see on the minimap how far he is. So that was a very wasted shot. This is a team where I would not be happy with. I'm not a fan of campers. And that is exactly what this guy is doing now. which is sad. Don't camp. If this is literally all you do this match, Nathan, I'm never showing a replay of you again. That was a very big miss. I want you to move. I want you to do stuff. And not just wait here. What are you doing? Ooh, that was a not good HE shot. You're also not carrying any promo, I've noticed. I am very disappointed in you, Nathan. You camper. He's not even been spotted yet. He has 2 friends left. Both of them are campers as well. They're not really doing anything useful. Neither is the enemy, to be fair, to line themselves up like this. One of them is in the base. That was just... Why would that guy just stay standing there? But then again, this is exactly what you're doing as well, Nathan. Oh my god, he found his engine. Yeah, he can shoot your roof. Wiggling does not do you that much good right now. You can't really get upset with your teammate now, though, when you're the one that has been camping like tons as well. He has the HP, he can do this. He just needs to be careful that he doesn't get flanked. But it's a Stuk. Stuk is quite mobile. And he's just running away. I think he's hoping for a truck shot. And a corpse shot, which he gets. I wonder if he can do it in one shot now. Now I can just go all in. No, this is never... When you know that you can make the kill shot for sure with AP, don't risk it all by using HE. Because then you get situations like this. And that's not what you want. Now we're just waiting. I think that was more luck than anything else, to be fair. Nathan, stop camping in tanks. That being said, nice damage in the end. And a nice little Radley there. So how long do we have left? We actually can see the top 4 now. 1, Navin, Loka and Ivy. RTK, First, Asa and Win. FBI, Lit, Gnice and Raid. Appa, Carnage, Pink, and I have no idea. And Unwon, Souls, EG, BHPP. I think that's it, yeah. Not really surprising. Actually, no, it is. Hapkey and Kraken S here have not gone through. But let's see, what time did it start? I think it was 4 past. Yeah, 4 past. So that means we have about 4 minutes before the room is up. But that also means that I can't show you another replay. So we're just going to enjoy tanks in my garage. I also saw that I have a nice little... Oh, seasonal. This, in my opinion, is one of the most pretty tanks in the game. Just look at the camo. It's so gaudy and shiny and gold. I didn't know there were camping battles, to be fair. I thought, well, they are aces. I did ask for aces. I just didn't expect people to send in camping messages and battles. Do I even have the tank on here? I don't actually know. This, oh, that was one of the events, by the way, that I did not like. I don't think I have it. It was a tier 8, wasn't it? Yeah, it was. I don't have it. Oh well. Losco and Gastio are trolling each other about the damage that they do in tier 10. But look at this being all shiny. I like it. I also... Do I have that tank here? Yeah, I do. I need to get that camo on the 113. Because that is, like, so sexy. Not this one. This one. It looks so good. Just need to equip that in all stages. What even is this? Oh, that thing. No, we don't want. This is classy. I like that it's like slightly shiny as well. It looks so cool. With the dragon and all of that. I still need to look that up again. There's this thing about the amount of claws that a dragon has. That has to do with whether or not it is royal or not. But I can't remember if it was like the 4-clawed dragon that is royal or the 3-clawed dragon. Because looking at this, you have 1 claw. And then you have another here and another here. So it's 3 claws. There's a room. So we have Win, which is a lovely clan with lovely people. And we are going to go to Port Bay. So let me find you Port Bay. Port Bay looks something like this. You have 3 bases, 1 in the harbor, 1 in the middle of a square, and 1 in the hills, basically. We saw the OP Fosh replay on this map, but we didn't really see much more than the sea area. But all the same, that map. Personally, I prefer the sea side. I think it's also nicer to move from there towards B than from A, because A is all flat, and with C you can work more with ramps and ridges and all of that. That's always has my preference. But this is team games, and you have tournament games, and these people are working as a team. They have team tactics, and tanks that you wouldn't expect places will be able to go such places. So it will be up to them to see what actually happens here. So I'm going to take away the map so that it's not basically sticking to your screen. And we have Arcade now completely ready with an IS-4, 2 Object 140s, a mouse, an IS-7, a 215B and an E3. So that's a little bit of speed with quite a lot of armor. And some nice DPM-ish worked in there. And I'm going to laugh if this is what Win takes. Not because it's what they take, but mainly like this is what people have been like predicting will happen. T-22s, Foch, 215Bs with the old extra tank here and there. And we see that aside from Lappy, everyone has now... Okay, they have all readied up now. And Win is ready in 1, 2, 215Bs, a Batchat, a Foch, an STB, an IS-7, and a T-22 medium. Subject to change because they just unreadied, but probably this is their lineup. And I wonder what we'll see with that. But that's... Yeah, this is like sort of new meta. Foch, 215B, T-22 medium, and some extras. It will be fun to see what they do with this. On this map as well, because it's... I always prefer to go to the mat corner, which is at the sea area, when I'm in a fast tank. At the same time, it can be a bit of a death trap. And with RTK having only 2 mediums or fast tanks, and Win having 3, that can be quite tricky. So I have actually no idea what to expect here. So we just have to wait just over a minute, and then we get to go into the battle. Gassio is talking about me raffling some OP premium tanks. I would absolutely love that. And I know that when I hit 5k, I will be able to do a giveaway. I just don't know exactly what I will be able to give away. So just get me to 5k and we'll see, basically. "43 seconds left. Everyone is ready. We are rearing to go. We just want to go into the battle and actually see the gameplay, because that generally helps with wanting to watch a battle. I'm sort of worried what will happen with the whole meta this tournament because of the OP consumables, the quite broken tanks and all of that. Everyone from Win is from the north. It's a Finnish clan, Suomi clan. I used to know words in Suomi. Now I mainly know the words that you can't say on stream. Aww, that is so nice. So let's see what happens. Where do they go with this lineup? What will happen? We go up and away. And we see that RTK is focusing primarily on B, maybe A, and C. And Win is doing practically the same thing. The mat's holding in the middle. No one has been spotted yet. But they can kind of predict where some people are going. Zerd has been spotted. Shots happening from the other side, but they haven't noticed yet. Batchat has been spotted now, though. Gassio using his powerhouse tank to bounce a shot. Batchat now taking base A. And we have RTK that is pushing quite aggressively through the middle. Force has spotted them. Brokey pulling back. Force. Oh. Oof. They kind of need to commit to this push because Brokey is now just being deleted. RTK pushing in. Spacey almost gone. They didn't commit to their push enough. There goes Spacey. People are disappearing. Question is, are they disappearing fast enough? Batchat going after. Ooh, there goes Brokey. No party without me, now in a lot of trouble. Force landing another shot. STB landing another shot. There goes no party without me. RTK has lost 3 guns. And Win has only lost 2. Wise now tracked in a bit of a pickle. Wunderkind and Gassio in a tricky position. Zerd in a bit of trouble. Big hit into the 215B there. Gassio moving in. Wanting to protect his teammates, his leftover teammates. There goes Ollie. Wunderkind's not going to survive this. Now it's 2 versus 4. Gassio's not going to survive this, angling into that many angles. And now it's just Zerd. And the first game is for Win. Very well played by Win, but too aggressive. But they're not committed aggressive by RTK. Had they all pushed together, this would have been so different. But with the fact that they stopped mid-push and then just got the Batchat in the back, the Force literally on top of them and the 215B in front of them, Win held them very well. And RTK didn't commit enough. So we see some things being changed now. On both sides. We see Win going for even 2 215Bs, a Force, 2 T22 mediums, an Object 140 and a Batchat. Versus... Let's see what happens now. Brokey has yet to ready up. There we go. Versus 2 Batchats. An IS-4, a T22 medium, a Foch, an IS-7, and a 140. So that is way more mobile than before. And I wonder if we're going to see the same thing but different. At the same time, with the lineup that the enemy has, that can be very, very tricky. Batchats are very juicy targets. So let's see what happens. In 20 seconds we get to go into the battle and we get to see who wins the second match on Port Bay. If RTK loses this match, it will be game over for tonight. Actually, no, they could potentially go up for 3rd place. Yes, I think they do. They're already secured a ticket for Thursday or Saturday, so that's a good thing. I think they were caught a little bit unaware, so to speak. They were just like, let's do that. Oh, wait. And then they just waited and it didn't work out. And I wonder what they're thinking when they see the enemy line up like this. But this is kind of what has been predicted. That will happen. We have most of the team heading towards base C, whereas we see Win heading towards the other side mainly. Wiser going to a camping spot, mainly to spot, I believe. We have the 215Bs that are heading towards base C. Zert going to spot some of them. He has to be careful not to get shot though. He does get shot a little bit. The Foch moving in. Base A has been decapped. Nicely done by Wiser at the back. But he has to be careful with those campers. Base C has been capped. And now RTK will have a slight point advantage. But they have to be careful. Especially with the way that Win is pushing into the city. The 215Bs are getting some crossfire. Base A has been capped. Base B is being capped. Ooh, that was a big hit in Wiser. Wiser has to be very careful there. And we see that the Foch and the other Batchat are moving around. Win now has 2 bases. Mainly they just need to hold and avoid RTK getting another base. Base C is being protected. But most of RTK is moving in. Wise in a precarious position. You don't want to get spotted there. But they can't leave this too late. They have to make a move. Wise now knows where Camper is. See Brokey in the middle. Sometimes getting spotted. Camper moving away. Both teams dominate pretty much half the map, but Win has 2 bases, and that is a very tricky thing. Wise moving carefully. But he has to be careful not to get too close. He has a nice building there though. My heart is pounding, I'm not even playing. Exciting stuff, we're at 700 points now. They have to make a move. Force repositioning himself to protect the Batchat. Brokey moving in. Gastio in a holding position. T22 taking some shots. Ooh, you don't want to be there, Brokey. Brokey losing quite a bit of HP. Base A being taken. Base B tightly protected. People losing HP everywhere. Brokey in trouble. Foch moving in. I want to show you everything. I can't show you everything. There goes Brokey. Ooh, Foch did not take out other Foch. And that can be very expensive for him. Tanks have been lost all around. And Win is taking it home. There even goes Wonderkind. Well played by Win. People are still dying. But Win has the game. Very well played. Wow, what a game. It was very chaotic though, but held so nicely by Win. They were spread out in a way where they could just depend on each other. That Force running into Brokey and Brokey not pulling back fast enough. That was just a game changer, really. So let's see what happens now, because I believe we have a playoff for the 3rd place, but that happens quite fast. Yeah, they are going to play, but we don't know against whom and or at what time. So let's see what happens here. They're still going. Last time it happened at 8:20, I believe it was. Let's see what happened to Navin. Navin is facing off against Loka. Inv is facing off against Repelled. Oh, they're fighting at 18. So that means that the room should be up momentarily, I think. I think it's more like the moment that we have a matchup that we get the room invite, I would think. But we don't know yet. Let's see what happens with the rest of them. If we know yet. They're still fighting as well. Gneiss versus Raid. Oof. Gneiss through to the battle for the 3rd place. And Carnage. What is Carnage doing? Carnage is facing off against Appa for the finals. Did we get a room invite? Nope, we did not. I want a room invite, thank you very much. So back to the chart. I think you only get like 5 minutes or something, so I hope they stay in the game. Versus Asa. Definitely an interesting night like this. Very nicely played by Win. Basically having a lot of strong points, but also showing the new tier 10 meta. Really. You can't really avoid those tanks anymore now. I'm going to take my lovely golden tank next. Just need to see what time they battle. I think it's quite fast. But they're still playing. And we have to wait for that. Just going to make sure that they are still... Yeah, they're all still on voice. I want a room invite. That would definitely help. Don't really have much else to say. We can... I mean, look at this gorgeous tank. It's oof. One of the best tanks in the game for me. Just look at how sexy that is. So golden, so shiny. I'm not the clan leader of the Gold Noob Association for nothing. I like it. I like it when it doesn't have to be functional, when it can just look pretty. And we don't know yet. Will be interesting maps though, by what I saw. I'm just going back and forth just to check if we know something yet. But Normandy is a great map. Faust is pretty much my favorite map. This whole system with cups, because you earn cups today and then you earn cups on Thursday and Saturday as well, but you earn way more cups on Thursday and Saturday than you do in Monday and Tuesday. Let's see. This is the difference. So right now RTK is getting a little bit less cups than yesterday, about 150 something. And on Thursday it's a lot more challenging because you have to get basically at least once first place to be pretty much secure in your position for the professionals tournament. And do we know what happens yet? Nope. Nope, we don't. Now my game is thinking. They still don't have a score. Could be that they're in the third match now. So we just wait to see what happens. This is like boring. I can't show you a replay because if... Oh, this is not what I wanted. I can't show you a replay because if I start doing that and we get the room invite and we miss the room invite, then we don't get the match and all of that. And that's... Nah. But at the same time, we don't know when they will be fighting, which is like boring. So you kind of have to be patient. I can talk to you about pretty tanks all I want, but it doesn't really help you. See this camo? I don't like this camo. I'm not even sure I like the tank either. I haven't really grinded it yet. I have played it. But it's... The OP Force, my little monster. I love this thing. Also love the tier 9 of this. There's a few lines actually where I like the tier 9 about equally or even more than the tier 10. And this could be one of them. Depending on my mood, I prefer the AP rather than the dispatch chat. It looks so... It looks funny, it's tiny, it works so well in battle. It's so troll. I like that. And not necessarily troll in armor, I mean it barely has any. But it can bounce shots if it wants to, and more importantly, I really enjoy the fact that it's just so... Ooh, 26. There you go, room invite. Versus first. But what I mean is like it's troll in its mobility. Sometimes the armor that you have isn't literally measurable armor, but more the armor lies in the mobility, and that really works so well. We're missing some people. First is completely there, but we still have 4 minutes left, so no biggie just yet. And they're still discussing lineups for Normandy. I'll grab them up for you. Normandy looks like this. You have 4 bases with my epic font choose and everything choosing. And you have base A, which is near the beach, base B, which is literally in the middle, and base C and D closest to their respective spawns. I personally always like going to the C side and then deciding where I want to go from there. But recently I've actually been doing the same thing from A. Just going to A, see what happens there, and then move depending on how the battle develops. I quite like the map. I like that it's interesting, lots of height differences, buildings and all of that. It's interesting because of that, because it's not predictable yet. And I say yet because when a map has been in rotation quite a long time, every map will become predictable. But I think that Normandy has the potential to not really become that, because there's so many sides to it, so many possibilities. So I'm kind of curious what we'll see here for the battle for 3rd place. That also means, by the way, that I won't be showing you the finals, because Wargaming can only stick you to one clan, which means that I'm stuck to RTK regardless of what happens. So if for any reason RTK were to get knocked out earlier, that means the stream would end earlier as well, because that would be the end of the matches that I have. And here we go. RTK has completely readied up with an IS-4, a 268, a 113, two 215Bs, a Batchat and an STB. And on the other side, we see a Chieftain MK6. We don't see that all that much. It's one of my more favorite tanks, to be fair. I quite love it. I think it's my favorite British tanks, actually. To be fair, I'm not that big a fan of the British tanks in total, but the Chieftain I really love to drive. We still have a minute and a half left to go. First now completely ready up with a Chieftain, a Foch, a Batchat, a 215B, an IS-7, a 268 and an IS-4. So it's a nice little mixture of mobility and basically speed and drip gun. I'm going to take a sip of my drink because, well, all this talking makes me thirsty. Mo arriving, coming to spectate with me. You shouldn't forget to ready up though. But we'll see whether he's there or not. He has 40 seconds left to ready up. Otherwise he just won't be there. And in 30 seconds we get to see the match. For you that's like 5.5 minutes away, but yeah. Right now that is. You're about to enter the room with me. And here we go. And Mo readied up in time. Let's see what happens on this lovely, lovely map. I love this camo, it looks really nice. But a lot of things look really nice on the Batchat, to be fair. Let's see. Countdown begins. And here we go. No party without me going to the beach. Vixie heading towards base A. Foch camping at the back. No party without me is basically watching for people coming across the beach. Spacey looking carefully. STB wanting to see the Foch, but not doing so. But they kind of know when the Batchat is behaving like that he has to be there. Batchat retreating. Both teams have a base, but first has a tiny bit of a point advantage. 268 at the back. And everyone is kind of waiting, expecting campers everywhere. Batchat has been spotted. I wonder if no party without me is going to move. He's covered by Brokey. Zert now at base A, having been spotted. We're in a bit of a stalemate situation here. Zert taking a nice position, making it near impossible to get. Ooh, he got Foshed. Ooh, and so did Brokey. No, he didn't get Foshed actually, he got 268. Ooh, HE damage, but enough to reset the base. They have to be careful. Spacey losing some HP here. Zert in a bit of trouble. No party without me has moved up. Vixie has lost a lot of HP. He's retreating. But the Chieftain is still there. And First still has a point advantage. Dino has changed position. And RTK will have to make a move. Blind shot being taken. Blind shots being taken. Base A now being kept again. Big shot into the chieftain there. And Zerd is capping again. No, he's actually pulling back. No party without me heading across the beach. Zerd in a bit of trouble. He's losing quite a bit of HP doing this. And the Force still has a shot. They have to be very careful here. And now the Batchat has been spotted. Chieftain is pulling back. Zerd is pushing in. Shot misses the Batchat. Other Batchat is coming back. Chieftain is going after the Batchat. No party without me is in trouble. He needs to not be there. And ooh, that was a big hit. They are capping a base, but it is costing them very dearly. RTK is pushing. No party without me is deleted. They can't really do much about it. But the Force is down. There goes Insight. RTK has 2 bases. And both teams miss a gun. Wunderkind losing HP. Yakovlev in a very precarious position. This is not where you want your team to be spread out like this. Spacey in trouble. He has to be careful. Yakovlev is not going to survive this. And then Spacey will be next. Batchat has been spotted. Yeah, Spacey's still alive. Spacey, what are you doing? They are taking suck-speed chances. Spacey should not be there. He did not need to die. Force now moving in. Going sort of YOLO. But he is going to destroy Zerd. Ooh, no, he's not. He's actually being destroyed himself. We are at 808 points for RTK. It is 4 versus... Well, it is 3 versus 3. But it is very, very tricky. It is 3 versus 2. It can go every which way. We have a cat and mouse game going on the other side. 268 now changing position. There he goes. And that cost him. And in the end, it is RTK that pulls it back towards them. And they have this game. They can't really lose this unless they like completely ammo wreck all 3 of them or something. But that was an epic game. I really thought this was going the other way, really. Oh, but what risk we're taking. And some risk, in my opinion, were unnecessary. But oh my god, what a game. These are the kind of games that I enjoy streaming because you have me genuinely upset about what's happening. But oh my god. What a game. So a minute and a half left to go before we get the second match on Normandy. This is, by the way, is a classic example of why I love this map. And I thought that with Yakovlev and... oh, I'm so bad at names, sorry. Wunderkind, I think it was, at the top, that it was so tricky because they were sort of like singled out, and then RTK started going after the ones from first that were singled out, and first sort of like turned around and tried to remedy that, and then just like half a solution. It didn't work for either side. Whew, what a game! So we have 40 seconds left to go before we go into the second match on Normandy. We have first that has completely readied up with a 215B, a Foch, a 140, another 215B, an IS-7, a 268, and an IS-4. And we see RTK readying up with Batchats, a 268, two 113s, a T-22 medium, a 215B, and Object 140. So, relative mobile lineup on both sides, but there's a bit more troll armor, or there's a lot more troll armor on the first side. It will be fun to see what they do with this and where they go with this. And part of me is always worried that I leave like a map on the screen. It has happened before in previous streams, not this season yet, but this is only the second stream of the season. So yeah. So let's see what happens this time around. What they do, where they go. Maps being clicked by Wiser. And here we go. Let's see, we have the fast tanks going all towards base A. The Force going behind there. Probably going to try and take some blind shots into base A there. We have the Batchat going across the beach. Base A being kept. No one is there to spot though, but he does spot. Ooh, the Force has been shot. And he does take a shot, but it's not. Ooh, Spacey now in a little bit of trouble, but the Force is being eaten alive. And the second shot did not pen, and First is immediately responding to that. But it also means that they leave the other side not defenseless, but less defended. Blind shots being taken into where the Force was last seen. And he does pen! The Force is nearly gone. What a counter move. In the meantime, we have action going on here. Massive damage being done to both sides. Though Gassio has to be a little bit careful there. And they are eating away at the health of the 215B. RTK immediately respond. Ooh, Gassio being absolutely slaughtered. He's still alive, but barely so. He's not going to survive much longer. There he goes. But First is a lot of low health targets as well. But they're still alive right now. The one Mo is being targeted. He's not going to survive. Ooh, tanks being deleted left and right. And that was a very expensive shot to miss. Ooh, and Brokey just got deleted. It is 3 versus 6. There's some low health targets, but this is not looking good, especially when you miss a very, very vital shot. And though these two are in relative good health, they are not gonna stay that way. The Force turning around, wanting to deal with the T-22. And now only Zerd is left. He does take out one tank. And I wonder if he's going to try and troll them. He could potentially outrun them all. But it's very unlikely that he manages to do that. And they are giving chase. Oh, and there he goes. Big YOLO at the end, but understandable. And the second match is for First. And that means we get to go to my favorite map. Which is Faust. Faust has 4 bases. It has a lot of weird crooks and nooks and crannies. You have base A, which is a map base C and D close to the respective spawn, base B in the middle. All bases have lines of fire in them depending on where you are. No base is easily captured, and because of the height differences, the bridges and the tunnels and all of that, it's such a lovely map. Not predictable either, just like Normandy. It is a map that is still, well, I wouldn't say in development, but it's still being worked with or / on, depending on how you look at it, a lot. Because I don't think there's any set tactics for this yet. I mean, all clans will have tactics, but I think that there's no clan will have a sort of foolproof tactic just yet. But we have RTK that has readied up in an IS-4, 2 113s, 2 115B, 2 AMX 50Bs and a Batchat. And they're going to go up against. Let's see how they ready up. They have 30 seconds left to do that. They don't seem quite sure what they want to drive. Half a minute left. Vitalik needs to ready up. But we see, there you go, an STB, 2 E3s, a 215B, an IS-7, a 113, and an IS-4. That is a lot of firepower. A lot of dangerous firepower. There's a lot of lines of fire possible on this map into very opposite positions, really. So you have to be careful. And of course, the E3 can pack a wallop with just HE as well. So you have to wonder, if I were in one team and I saw the lineup of the other, what would you expect them to do? Because the thing is that with team play, they can go anywhere because they have a team to build on. No tank is position dependent like in randoms. Let's see. People exploding. Zerd going into the base together with Spacey. Gassio going up. The AMX is going more towards the middle. AMXs are very juicy targets for the E3s. Nice little shot there. But base D is slightly earlier capped. IS-7 taking some damage. STB moving on ahead. The E3s are pushing forward into a position where they can barely be touched, but they can touch a lot. Little bits of health being eating away on all sides. Gassio, you don't want to peek out too far when you have that E3 before you. Tiny bit of damage being done to the E3 there. But if that had panned, that would have been lovely. E3 moving in. I'm going to see if I can follow him a little bit. He is, I wouldn't say YOLO, but he is being quite forwards. But they have to be careful there. And Gassio as well. So now I've been taking the shot, pulling back, getting hit for his efforts. From where though? Where can I get shot from there? Probably by the... I don't know even. Base A being capped. The AMX is now going to encounter the IS-7. Ooh. He's not going to survive much longer. But he will be happy if he can get another shot in. There goes the IS-7. STB takes out the AMX. RTK has lost the gun. First has lost the gun as well. And Wunderkind has reloaded in time. Just has to be careful not to. Yes, they are getting in each other's way, which is also not very useful. Brokey taking a shot from the E3 on purpose to take out the E3. The 113 pushing in. There he goes. 215B now. First has lost 3 guns so far. RTK has lost 1. But it is still quite a close battle. We have some... He's not going to survive for much longer. The 113. We have an STB versus a Batchat. The 113 here is going to be gone. There he goes. There goes the AMX. And now we just have a lonely STB with 77 HP left. And the Batchat fires just a bit too quickly. And Wise is taken out. And so the STB lives a little bit longer. But the 4th base is being capped now. He can't win this. At most he can hope to survive. And he just HG'd himself to death. Well, that's one way of going out, I suppose. Going out with a bang because his turret flew off. But okay. But those were quite epic games. I wonder what this shows. It says destroyed by Nordic. And I'm not sure if you noticed, but you saw Spacey's health drop quite a bit as well at the end. And that was also, I think, Mitchie himself. Oh my god. But yeah, that was it for tonight then. Let's see if we have a standing score for most. We have Navin versus Loka. That is still going on. Then we have Esa versus Win. Let's see what happens there. That is still going on as well. RTK 3rd place, 1st, 4th. FBI versus Raid. Still going on as well. Nice battling it out for 3rd place. Carnage carried it home. Let's see what happened with Pink. Pink is 3rd, so it's Carnage, Appa, Pink, Kivere. However you want to pronounce that. EG versus BHBP is still happening. And AJ versus Souls is loading, please. Thank you. Unwon took it home. 3rd place. Souls 4th. But what an ending this was. Oh my god. And Imor did not get a ticket tonight. That's sad. Let's see what happened here. Invert took 3rd place. Now this is still all happening. We don't know yet. That ending though. I have to give them credit for giving it a fun ending. I mean, at least I've once missed a Raz because my enemy decided to kill himself. On purpose, because he still had 6 kills. That's not something that you do. But in this case, you don't really get that medal. It wasn't the case in any case. And it was a fun way to, to do it. So we are just waiting a tiny little bit until we get the results. It should happen quite quickly though. Loka took it home. So you have Loka, Navin, Inv, Repelled, or Ivy. Then we have Win is 1st. Win 1. Then you have Asa, then you have RTK, then you have 1st. Let's see if we know this one yet. And they are still going, but that should be finishing quite soon. And these 4 we had. This one was still going. Endgame took it home. That was the end of that game. For those who haven't seen the Avengers Endgame movie, definitely do. It's awesome. That is the nerdy me speaking. So we know that one as well. The only one that we are waiting for now is FBI versus Raid. I'm not sure I'm gonna wait for that one. Mainly because it's Raid. And also because I know that that stream will be happening on Rip's channel. So you can follow it there. So I'm going to end it here. Thank you all for watching. Thank you for the lovely games that I had today and all the teams that we saw play. Thank you for a very funning ending. And I'll be back on Thursday to stream the next Ascent Tournament that we have then. And that is the first ticketed one. So that's going to be interesting as well. So far we should... Well, actually I can't really look at the scoreboard through here. And it's probably not really updated yet. But all the teams that scored in... that came in the first 4 places yesterday and today are able to join those tournaments. So it will be pretty epic gameplay. And I'm really looking forward to it already. So thank you all for watching. Have a great evening. And I will see you all on Thursday. Good night.